SRT is all about emotion. It's about speed. It's about fast. It's about having things that give you goosebumps, as you can see behind us. And what we look for in the submissions from our students is that creativity, that passion, the passion that went into the cars that you see behind us.
So what does it take to design an SRT product? Let's talk about it.
What I love about this car in particular is when you look at all the SRT products, what I don't think people understand is just the influence each one of these vehicles has on each other and that emotion that comes through. For example, the front end of the Viper really influenced the front end of the Charger, and you can, when you start to dissect it, you can see it. And then even the Challenger, having this sinister face that this has, that the trucks have, it all has this kind of design language that speaks to what SRT is all about.
So with this hood, right, it had this big dominant power dome that speaks to all the sculpture and beauty that was done in that one. And then these heat extractors, right? One of the other things I love about what we did with SRT is everything was functional. Nothing was fake, nothing was for show. And the connection between those two products amplifies that. And the front end, of course, we try to make it extreme as possible, right? The biggest, largest, most dominant, like front grille, the upper grille that connected to the headlights, which was really controversial at the time in order to get the widest read possible.
What I love about these vehicles, this iconic proportion. In design terms, this is a masterclass of surfacing. It takes elements that are needed for performance, that are needed for downforce, for heat extractors, and it sculpts them into this beautiful body. That's the beauty, I think, of SRT design, is that it takes these raw engineering, aerodynamic elements that we need are necessary for the performance, and it blends them in, seamlessly into this beautiful design.
The Demon 170, I mean, you and I were both in Vegas for this. Watching the things that we have been involved with finally come to fruition and everybody can see at that point the power of the car and him doing that burnout all the way down the drag strip. All of the functional bits that we did on the car, including the hood, leaving the flares off the front fenders, keeping them on the back, everything functional as part of an SRT. This is really like the epitome of that recipe, right? Part of the pride that you get as a designer, and especially as a gearhead, you're able to put those things into it as part of our team.
The Ram SRT10 Viper Power, this one holds a special place in my heart for all the SRT products that I've been involved with over the years, because this one I actually penned. I drew this one. It really kind of broke the paradigm of what pickup trucks were all about of that era. You know, the Ram pickup, of course, everybody loved it. It was really a design statement when it came out with these, fender shapes, that big rig influence. It had so much visual presence on the road, but then to put a Viper engine in it and make it performance orientated, lower it, put a front fascia, full fascia on it, a spoiler, gigantic wheels. It really was something that was different compared to all of our competition and really helped set SRT apart. And that's what this competition is all about too, doing something that doesn't follow what everyone else is doing.
We did the original concept for the TRX, which was based on our truck. And then we started working on a DT version of the TRX. The original one, everyone loved it that saw it. That's pretty cool. And so for the DT version, we wanted to create something even more extreme, even crazier than that. We all sketched on it. We did clay models, scale models. We kind of had a huge bake-off in the studio, and we were looking for something that was like pretty extreme, still muscular, still very tough looking, but also kind of going with the Ram DNA of it still had to have love in the surfaces. Not so edgy, but not edgy at the same time. So that's kind of where we ended up. I remember I did one sketch. It was a tip-up view of the truck that everyone loved. That's kind of where the theme started.
Well, hopefully that was inspiring and exciting for you. I hope to see that energy and that passion that myself and the team conveyed come through in the submissions and the sketches that you create. Can't wait to see what you do for SRT.